I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead.
I'm geeked up.
Oh,
Send y'all picture for the rapper getting the wrong.
No,
G for real.
no.
Slick D on the face.
God is calling me. I'm in the zone. I gotta see my doctor. Scott is calling me. Scott is bring me on. I wanna fly. Scott is calling me now. Geeked up, geeked up, geeked up, geeked up. I'm geeked up, geeked up.
Hey, what's good, everybody? This is Ced, and this is another one of my movie reviews. And today I am reviewing the third installment in the rebooted franchise Star Trek Beyond. And as much of a film geek and nerd as I am, I gladly admit I am not a Trekkie. Did not grow up a Trekkie, never have been a Trekkie. However, I am a huge fan of J.J. Abrams, as most people who are fans of any type of science fiction entertainment these days. Abrams managed to bring Star Trek back and refresh it without disrespecting the original source material. And I think that's very commendable and definitely speaks highly as far as his talent goes. The first two installments, of course, were huge successes, and I enjoyed both. I think the great thing about the new franchise, the rebooted franchise, is that the films are just solid. They're nothing mind-blowing, nothing just innovative, but they take something that people already knew and loved and update it and just make it all new while still being memorable to so many people. So with Star Trek Beyond, this is definitely something different. J.J. Abrams was still on board, of course, as the producer. It's still released under his production company, Bad Robot. But now the director is Justin Lin, which is, when I first heard that, I thought it was crazy, and I also thought it was brilliant at the same time, because what better way to keep a franchise fresh than to bring in a director that just nobody would expect or even think of when it comes to directing a sci-fi film. Justin Lin is known for his work in the Fast and Furious franchise. So with Star Trek Beyond, Justin Lin manages to keep the same tone, keep the same respect of the source material that Abrams had with the first two films, but put his fast-paced, balls to the wall type action with it. And I thought he did a very good job of doing so. The set pieces were probably my favorite part of the film. Very colorful. I saw it in 3D, great in 3D. A lot of background action going on. When you're watching an action scene, of course you have the main action going on, but if you look around in the background, the scenery and the surroundings, there's a lot going on there too. So this is one of those films where you can probably watch it 2 or 3 times and notice something new each time. As far as Starfleet goes, nothing new, same characters. The characters you've come to know and probably love at this point. Chris Pine is still there. The late Anton Yelkin, I believe this is how it's pronounced, is in the entire film. Carl Urban, Zachary Quinto, and Zoe Saldana, and also Simon Pegg. They all do good jobs, solid jobs. Nothing to write home about, nothing Oscar worthy. But for the type of film this is, a summer action flick, and of course a Star Trek, a sci-fi film, they do great work. As far as a antagonist, the villain here is Krall, who is played by Idris Elba. Does a solid job. I mean, definitely not going to be in the top 5 villains for anyone, I don't think, but he serves the storyline well, serves the film well. I had no problems with the villain either. And lastly, the plot was solid. It's pretty I guess you would say simple and basic, but the way it's done is done in a way to where it's entertaining the entire 2 hours. And there's a little bit of a twist kind of put in at the end involving the villain. but I thought that it was refreshing to see a summer film of this magnitude that was entertaining for the entire runtime without feeling like it was just trying to do too much. In my opinion, it felt like the first two films were much heavier. This felt like sort of a break, a vacation, and time for fans and viewers to actually see the characters as humans and not so much as you know, the characters that they're known to be. See them relate with each other. There's a lot of different themes in the film, positive themes, dealing with unity and being part of something and taking care of those around you, and I thought that was pretty cool. As far as negatives with this film, I honestly can't say I have any. I even like the timing because it's really a mixed up type film. You get your fair share of drama, your plenty of action because of Justin Lin, and of course you get the comedic, you know, one-liners, the snappy lines, and I thought all of those were pretty well timed as well. I really didn't have any negatives with this film. I enjoyed it. Rating for Star Trek Beyond is, it solidifies the current Star Trek franchise as a contender. If you do anything else with sci-fi, especially reboots or remakes or sequels, this franchise has put itself in a position where it's pretty much the standard, and I think that's huge. So yeah, definitely worth seeing if you're a Star Trek fan. Even if you're not a Star Trek fan, you'll enjoy it as far as just going to see a nice sci-fi / action flick for the summer. And that concludes this review of Star Trek Beyond. My next review will be coming later this weekend for the new horror flick Lights Out. Next review, hey.